What's up, Facebook family? How are you guys doing this
How's everybody
Tuesday?
doing?
We are blessed over here. First off, we want to say prayers goes out to Texas at Harvey, with the floods and everything. We want to share prayers to them. Hopefully everything's fine. If you got family out there, hopefully they're fine
Okay.
and everything is good with them. So, let's get to the where question of the day. Are you guys ready? Hopefully you guys are ready for this. So, the where question of the day is when does um, when does we become us, or does it ever financially? So, when does we become us, or does it ever financially? What's going on, Jai? Um,
Hey, girl.
I think you want to take it first, or you want me to take it first, or
My opinion, I think it just depends on. I think it depends on your relationship. I also think that maybe age kind of does play a role in it. With me and Tony, we kind of, we just naturally just shared money. Like both, money, both of our checks went into the same account, and that's just kind of like how we started. I don't think we really kind of had a discussion
no.
about it. It was just like, okay, well, we're together, we're living together, and so it was just everything is.
With us, it was a situation where we were young when we got together. So we literally started from the bottom, and we came up. When I got my first real job, I couldn't even get a check account for certain situations I'm not going to bring up, but I had to put my money in her account. So it was a situation where, where we kind of, everything was equal, was ours. So, but, what if you have a situation where, Charmaine, this person is coming in with all kind of bills, or coming in with $1,000 worth of loans and credit card debt.
Now, I will say this. I will say that for me, like, let's just say if things didn't work out, and if I, started another relationship with somebody else, I would have things be separate. Right now, we both have stuff in our names individually, and we have stuff together. But I could see how it could be, I guess, a headache, or things can really go south when you have, like, stuff in each other's names, and things like that when it comes to actually separating. And so I would think, for me, if I had to start over, everything would just like be in my name, and things would be separate. So again, now the relationship that we're in right now, it doesn't matter. We have stuff together, we have stuff individually, but if I were to have to start off fresh again, everything would be in that person's name, and everything would be in my name. Everything would be separate individually. I think the only thing we probably would get is like a house together.
But what if that person is keeping you from getting a house? Would you help them pay? You guys are not, getting married, or would you even get married to that person until they were financially right? Would you even do that, or is it to be a situation where, it's like, hey, you got to pay your bills off first, before we sit there and, make this commitment or that? Because, for example, I know a couple that they've been married before, and they decided when they get married, when they got married, because they were married before, that they were going to have nothing. They, because a clean break, if anything was to happen, it would be a clean break. So to me, it just depends on your situation and how you how you handle it. I think every situation is different. I think that you should look at, I think you should, if you especially have kids, I think you should put you and your kids' priorities first before you bring another issue into the problem, and you're sitting there have to pay somebody else's bills, or to do all that. Make sure you and your kids are straight. Now, if this person is helping you and you guys are doing it together, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Long as they put it on the table. I know somebody where they didn't even tell their fiance that they had a 401k. Like, no, you got to put all that on the table. Like, hey, I got such and such bills. I got this. Take me as I am, and give that person that opportunity to say, hey, we gonna do this together, or oh
The
hell
person
no.
shouldn't say, let me see your credit score.
Yeah, I think that should be on the first date. You know what I'm saying? It should be
On the
like,
first day.
yeah, first date. It should be like, let me see your birth certificate because you don't never know nowadays, and then let me see your credit score. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
You should be like, hey, you should bring all that to the date with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't think? You don't think?
This is my portfolio.
Yeah, this is we grown now. We're not kids no more. You know what I'm saying? You need to know all that before you step in.
No,
you know?
I think that if you see that things are starting to get serious with this person, you're not dating around, that person's not dating around, you guys are actually together, it's official, then yeah, that's when you would kind of, want to, if you haven't already touched base on it, then that's when I would kind of think that would be the time that you would want to kind of touch base on stuff. But I think that before you actually go and say I do and get married and do all of that, I don't see why the person should start working on their credit. Even if you end up helping them, like fix their credit or not even, let's just say that the credit isn't bad, but let's just say the debt is high.
Mm-hmm.
Then you might just go ahead and say, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to work on this so we can get that house, or so we can get whatever it is that you want to, get together or.
Yeah. Well, I just don't want people to think that, as soon as you get married, everything becomes one. That's not necessarily true.
Mm-hmm. It depends
it's like,
on how.
So how do you feel about like having two different bank accounts, or you guys are married and then having two different bank accounts? How do you feel about that?
Okay, so my question would be, why the separate bank account? If it's just like, oh, so you kind of have like your play money, I have my play money, then I think that's one thing. I don't think that it has to be that we all have the same account and the accounts have to be joined. So again, it depends on what two people agree to. What do you guys think?
Yes, let us know what you think. Once again, we're here to tell people what to think. We're here,
Hi, Kim.
just to put it out there to get the conversation started.
Oh wait, just really quick. So, because you guys, I'm up here reading like some of the comments and stuff like that. So Ebony said, "Don't marry, date people in debt. They need to get their financial situation together first."
Well, how you feel? Well, to me, that's a grown situation. Like I said, we're grown ups.
Yeah.
That's important to us. That's not like
It's like what's the rush? If you guys are together, then that person can go ahead and work on their debt to be in a better position, just like what a grown person would do, to go ahead and actually become a family.
Yes, I think it's just to each his own. If you want to go in there, you want to go head first, and you like, I'm about to spend all my check on paying his bills. If that's what you want to do, hey,
or her bills.
Yeah. If that's what you want to do, hey, whatever works in your house. Like I said, we're not here to counsel nobody. We've been together a long time. So
yeah, a lot of the things we probably did differently because we were so young.
Yeah.
When we were together.
Yeah, I think our mind frame would have been different.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If we would have got together older.
Yeah, now that we're older, a lot of stuff we would have done when we were younger, we wouldn't do. But again, just so happens it all worked out.
Yeah.
And, probably because we were, young, and just like he said before, we went ahead, we grew together, we built together. So it wasn't like he came in with having everything and I didn't have nothing, or vice versa. It wasn't like that. When we both moved in together, he had a car. I ended up getting one a few weeks later, or something, I think like a month later. So we both had cars. We both were working full-time jobs. We went ahead. I think we moved in with like a bed set and like a TV. Like we really didn't have nothing, but eventually like we got the living room set and, just kind of built from there.
Well,
so
I think also too, because of certain thing I did when I was younger, everything was in her name when we first started. Because I couldn't get anything in my name.
Yeah.
So everything was in her name when we first started, but it wasn't an insecure thing about her because she knew that what type of man I was going to make sure stuff got paid.
Yeah. And I never. And another thing too, like I never made him feel like, oh well, this is mine. This is in my name. I never once threw that in his face. He always did. he always did what he was supposed to. The way that he it was never a situation where it was like, oh, well, it's in her name, I don't have to worry about it, like it falls on her. It was never that kind of situation. So then again, like at the same time, it just depends on who you're with. People, y'all know who y'all with, if if you can go ahead and trust that they're gonna help out or not help out or whatever like that. But now that I'm older, again, if things wouldn't work out, I'm not putting nobody's name in, and I'm not gonna get nothing for somebody and put it in my name. Not starting off, not like how I did with him. But again, we were younger. Just so happens it worked out.
Well, if we were together, I'm getting a rich doctor, and and then she don't have to finance. She gonna pay for my truck and just pay for my alimony. I'm trying to take for everything if I get a rich doctor. What's going on, brother-in-law? I'm glad you chimed in, man.
Where we can't hear you.
Just trying it out, so at least we know it worked.
All right, y'all. We went ahead and we chimed in Kwan. That way he can go ahead and give his opinion. So, what do you think? Can you hear me?
You hear us? Well, we lost him.
Yeah, we lost him. Hopefully he'll chime back in.
Yeah. But anyway, so, let us know what you think. How do you feel about this, man? Once again, we're just here to spark the conversation, man. We're not telling nobody to feel or think a certain way. We're just here to spark the conversation.
Yeah, we just, again, it's just like what he said. We just want to know, like, what other people's, opinions are. What do they think about the situation, Is it that as soon as you move in, then, it automatically becomes we? Does it stay separate the whole time? He knows a couple who they went ahead, they remarried, and everything is separate. She has her stuff, he has his stuff, and it works. So, again, it's different for everybody.
Yes.
There's some people who feel like as soon as we get married, everything needs to be in each other's names.
What if he didn't have a job? He just got laid off. I didn't like that look. That looked like hell no, man.
No. Go on with the question.
What's up, Shane? But the question is, what if he just got laid off? Say if you got together and he just got laid off, how do you take that situation? Would you stay with him until he got back on his feet, or would you be like, hey, brother, when you get your stuff together, come holler at me?
No. Not at all. I don't agree with that at all. If you're with someone and you actually care about them, then you're with them. If they go ahead and if they get laid off, then, the most that I would expect from him is that he does what he needs to as a man. Go ahead, look for a job. Look for a job, do what you're supposed to so you can go ahead and get back on your feet and not just be chilling and wanting to be up under me or not even so much up under me, but just not looking at all. Do what you have to do. And then by all means, I have no problem with like helping out. But it's not going to be a situation where like I'm going to be paying like all your bills and stuff like that.
I ain't doing it. I ain't taking care of. I am 36 years old and I'm not taking care of nobody but my family. So if me and you don't work out, no. I'm not picking up no girl standing on the bus stop sucking on a lollipop. You better.
No, but you just said if you guys were together and if she lost her job.
Hey, I'm not good. She lost her job. That means she lost her car because I'm not paying it. She lost her house.
Wait. So we talking about like the furthest extent of like.
She lost her job. What you feel like she out there hustling?
Why don't she get like another job like in 2 months?
Man, she better be out there. She better be out there hustling, making it twerk. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't paying it, man.
I gotta deal with.
She better make it twerk. Because I ain't paying it. No. But anyways, no, I'm not doing that. We grown. I'll be there as a friend, but I'm not taking care of a grown person.
Yeah, well, not taking care of, but just helping out. Would you help her out?
I help her out as a friend. If you guys
are serious.
Well, as a friend, only a friend is going to do so much for you. We're not best friends. So as a friend, I help you out. But as a man, as a
girlfriend.
No, I wouldn't. I'm sorry. Like, unless we were together for a long time and something just happened and it was out of her control to understand it. But that would only be for a long period of time. I'm not helping you out no 2-3 years, and you at home, you know what I'm saying, watching Basketball Wives, or watching hip hop, Hollywood or something. I'm not doing that, that too.
Basketball Wives.
Yeah,
That is my show.
that too. So that's just our opinion. Let us know what you think. Comment, share.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody that shared. Auntie Kim, Shane, Jai, all you guys that shared. Brother-in-law, sorry we couldn't get you in here.
I know. Maybe next time we'll have to.
We got to figure this out.
Chime you in.
We appreciate everybody that came in. Once again, man, we thank you. We're just giving our opinion. Please share yours. We'll never tell you what to think. We're just going to give you our opinion. The point we started this is just to spark the conversation. We just want to spark the conversation
and give you our opinion, and we want to hear your opinion too.
Yes, it's grown people talk. It's grown folks talk. With that said, we're out.